All right, Eli, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Return of the Mac. It is Return of the Mac.
What? You say it again? Bumbleclot. I can't
You
remember
know that I'll be back.
Here I am.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome
My
back to the Comic
comeback
Book Bullet.
song. Yeah.
That's right. I can't remember. I need to Chat GPT those lyrics. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullets Nursery Boy, your host Leroy, aka Mustard, with my co-host.
Oh yeah, this is Eli, aka Eagle Fang. Shit, let me get into character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna assassinate us if we see your face?
All right, yeah, there we go. There we go.
Good to see my face. All right, and we're back with an episode, and also want to give a shout out to our third co-host, the Doombots.
Yeah, all hail the Doombots.
Because they are taking over more than what you even know. Because 2025 is going to be all about them. We are going to be like AI clones or some shit.
Judgment Day, man. Judgment Day.
They warned us and we didn't listen. And they let it happen. Anyway, let's go ahead and start the podcast off because we actually don't have a lot to do, but we're going to just kind of fly through this stuff so we can go to early. And you can go to bed early. So, yeah. But, Eli, let's start off with something before we go into it, like a little thing. Let's talk about Kim Kardashian's new boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the type of podcast.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this, but okay.
Okay, because this is the type of podcast that talks about stuff like that. Because we can keep you up to date on current events like that.
Sure.
So
yeah.
So this is her new boyfriend. Yeah. A robot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, a robot. Well,
one of those
sense.
Elon Musk Tesla robots and stuff. Yeah. Some more pictures with it. She's posing with it. Here she are, giving him a lap dance. So yeah. So that's what we are thrilled. Now. Yeah. So that's the thing right now. So apparently she thinks she's Wanda, I guess. You know, Eli, we're this close. We're this close to Weird Science. We're here now. Here's my thing about technology, man. Every time we get technology, we need to get out this mind frame of how can I fuck it? Like, let's advance ourselves and move past that. So, now, the reason I brought it up before we get into this, let's see what we got here. Who we got here? Von 4L. Yo, Von 4L, what up? Sorry about that. We tried to do Black Lightning last week. Karma got the best of us because it would not let us do it. So hopefully it'll give us a chance this week.
We'll fly through this as fast as we can before Leroy's computer crashes.
Yeah, just burns a hole in the floor like fucking aliens or some shit, you know. But yeah, let me talk to this bad bullshit topic. Okay, so the reason I'm talking about this, Eli, because even more stuff is happening faster than we think it is. Like we talk about all this AI stuff. Now, Major League Baseball just announced that they're using AI umpires for next season.
Okay.
So, and this isn't some bullshit thing. Like this is actually, I got this from MLB's website. So this is how fast this thing is moving right now. Like I said, Eli, I'm really gonna start asking ChatGPT and this AI thing we got going on questions. I'm like, it's just sitting on his ass not doing shit. I'm gonna put it to work. So it's always popping up on a StreamYard feed anyway. Might as well do something with it. So
yeah, might as well fuck it. Yeah.
How can I fuck the Doombot? Yes. Let's see. Now we need to try. Like we need to, but we can't stop it. It's too late. We can't stop it. It's coming too fast. And where is it coming from? I don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, that's what we're going right now. Let's move on to the next part of the podcast. Eli, you were up because you saw a TV show.
I did.
You saw a TV show. And I'm gonna let you yeah.
I saw one of my favorite TV shows right now.
It's been going on forever, so yeah.
2018, pre-pandemic. Remember? So I watched the new season of Cobra Kai, or part 2 of season 6.
Wasn't it like on YouTube when it first started?
It originated on YouTube when YouTube had their own streaming service. When everybody had a streaming service, you know, and everyone was trying to put out original content to get you to subscrib.
DC
well, YouTube,
Universe, Doom Patrol.
Oh yeah, and the Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is pre-pandemic, and it came out on YouTube, like 2018. It was a while ago, but then YouTube said, "Fuck it, we're not going to do any more original content." So then Netflix picked it up. for like from the third season on, and it's been pretty successful. I mean, we're in season 6 now, the sixth and final season. But let's get serious. It's divided up into 3 parts. So
3. Wait, 3. So it's not done yet?
No, that's what tripped me out because I was watching it.
Okay.
I got to the end. I'm like, it's a cliffhanger. It will be back in February. I'm like, what the fuck?
Why won't you die?
Yeah. So the first 5 episodes of season 6 came out in July, and we had so much shit going on that I never got a chance to talk about it. The new part 2 of the last season came out last week, and I got to watch the next 5 episodes. And yeah, I like this show. I'm old. I saw Karate Kid in the theater when I was 10 years old. I took karate. I was all into ninjas, and it contributed to the 80s kung fu craze.
Everybody in the 80s was in karate class or or taekwondo or something. Yeah.
Ninjas, the big late 80s.
How far did you get? How far did you get, Eli?
I got a 3rd degree yellow belt in karate.
Okay, second degree. So you can whip my ass just a little bit. Okay.
And I never tested for my jiu-jitsu belt because I never had the money. But I took jiu-jitsu.
See, we could have been Jason Statham right now if we stuck with it, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, in the 80s, everybody was into ninjas and ninjas showed up in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, G.I. Joe, Storm Shadow, created Storm Shadow.
We're not even talking about, remember Cannon Films, Corello, whatever that shit was?
Yep.
Every movie was ninjas.
American ninja all over. Yep. American Ninja, Ninja 3 The Domination.
Yep.
Yeah. 9 Deaths of the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja. Yes. Shokazugi. Shinobi, all that shit.
Ninja
so
Guy,
karate,
all that, yeah.
Yeah, Ninja Guy. So Karate Kid came out during that time, and yeah, I was really into I saw, pretty much all of them in the theater, except for the one with Hilary Swank. I never actually watched that one, but no, it was a franchise. And
did you see the one with Jaden Smith in it?
I did. The one with Jackie Chan.
Okay. I thought I had you for a second, but okay.
I did. I saw. I was deep, man. And the one with Jaden Smith is actually kung fu and not karate. He was learning kung fu.
They should have called it the Kung Fu Kid, but whatever.
Okay. They should have, yeah. But no, this show acted as a direct sequel to the original Karate Kid movie, and it basically took. It was from Johnny's perspective. Yes, the asshole bully from the original Karate Kid movie. It was filmed from his perspective. And it's basically the series has been the redemption of Johnny. This bully asshole who treated Daniel like shit. He has been learning how not to be an asshole through this whole series, and he has the rivalry. He rekindles the rivalry with Daniel. So yes, Ralph Macchio came back and has been on all the show since then. This has basically been his comeback. Everybody's comeback. This whole show. And then it also deals with his kids. The kids start to learn karate and have their own rivals, and it turns into a straight up chop socky kung fu flick. Total my style's better than your style. The rival karate schools fighting in the malls, fighting in school, fighting everywhere. Now in this new season, they're fighting in Spain because it has culminated to this big giant Mortal Kombat style of tournament.
Do they do karate in Spain? I mean, it just feels weird.
Well, that's where the tournament takes place. So it's like this it's like Enter the Dragon, where all these dojos from around the world compete in this Mortal Kombat style of tournament, but it takes place in Spain, and there's all these different, crazy karate, obstacle courses and different styles of fights where they're like on catwalks and they have to they can't fall. They're on beams and got to bounce. So yeah, it's all these different sort of obstacle courses that they're doing, you know. And yeah, I will admit this this series this has worn out its welcome.
You're finally there already?
Like, I actually thought the last season should have ended. Like, it ended perfectly. Johnny was cool again. He was no longer an asshole. He squashed the beef with Daniel. All the kids with their drama and their rivalries, they all kind of squashed. Everybody kind of squashed everybody's beef, and it was like a good place to end it. But people are still watching. They went for one more season, and here we are. So at this point, it's pretty much kind of like the Fast and the Furious. They might as well just go to space after this.
At this point, go back in time, multiverse, what have
yeah, dinosaurs throwing dinosaurs. They are starting to fight ninja. Like, there's like international like assassins showing up on the show now. Like Johnny, last season, Johnny had to like take on these like international like black op like thugs and shit.
Right. I mean, like I said, if this was in the 80s, stuff like that just happened every other day.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing is this show is a total like Gen X, 80s nostalgia trip. Of course, I am of that time. It has all the music, it has all like, they bring back, they even go to like an 80s style roller rink on some episodes. And, Johnny listens to like, glam metal and shit. and basically what we're seeing is Johnny is a Gen Xer. He's not woke. And so it's like him being this sort of prick, this sort of like misogynist, sexist prick, and then him learning and doing better by teaching these kids. Like, and the kids are all like, millennials and Gen Zers, and they're all woke and they're all of the time. They're all the internet age, social media, all that. And he starts teaching them how to like, stand up to bullies, how to like empower themselves. And so they learn confidence through Johnny, and Johnny ends up learning empathy and compassion through the kids. So that's basically been the through line of the show. Like I said, it's the redemption of Johnny. Johnny was a prick. He was a bully. And yeah, we're seeing it kind of like Peacemaker. Peacemaker's a racist prick, racist, misogynist prick, and then at the end of the show, he's friends with the black lesbian.
Right.
It's kind of like that. It's a redemption arc. And I've gotten into discussions with people over this. They're trying to say, well, actually, Daniel was the bully, and they're trying to rewrite history. Say, no, it was all Daniel's fault. No, that's not. No, Johnny was a prick. He was Captain Save-A-Ho. He couldn't get over his chick. He saw Daniel. He saw his ex with Daniel, and he got fucking all jealous and, player hating and shit. And, that's what started all that shit in the movie. So, no, Johnny was a bully. He was a prick. And so we're seeing him. We see throughout these seasons he's, redeeming himself. And and it's funny that rivalry with Daniel's been going on, and so that's what keeps like the comedy, because this is like, yeah, it's very funny, but yeah, it's the rivalry thing is starting to get old, because they start out being rivals, they start out they can't stand each other, but then they start working together, and then they're friends, and then they're not friends, and then they're friends again, and it just keeps going back and forth, because that's what makes the dynamic interesting. But it's also kind of old at this point. Like I said, last season, everybody squashed their beef, but they had to make another season. So here we are, new season, and now they're hating each other again. And now they're in another country this time. So, they're both teaching. They kind of combine their styles. Daniel LaRusso, Mr. Miyagi, the Miyagi-Do way of karate was all about defense and balance and calm and remaining calm. And Johnny, the Cobra Kai style, is all about attacking first and offensive, So it's like those two styles sort of, yes, kind of mending together. And so they kind of like came together in the end, and now they're teaching the kids. And yeah, but now they're always bickering and arguing all the time. So that's like their dynamic, So yeah, this season has, it's like I said, it's getting very campy and kind of silly. But at this point, it's still funny. But I can tell, that this should be the last season because, even I'm getting a little like, okay, been there, done that. The thrill is gone. It's wearing out its welcome. We do have a death of a character that got introduced this season, but somebody did die, and it left on a cliffhanger. And like, what the fuck? So stakes have been raised a little bit, even though he was a character that no one had any sort of connection to, because he was just introduced this season. But the fact that someone died, so that it ended with a cliffhanger, and now I gotta wait till like February to finish the last episodes and close out the series.
But when that's done, it's done, right?
Yeah. I mean, I heard they're making another movie.
I heard that too. Like it was going to be everybody.
And I know Ralph Macchio was supposed to be in it, and Jackie Chan supposed to be in it. Yeah. So I don't know how that's going to tie into I don't think it ties into the show, but Daniel LaRusso is in the show, so who knows? But like I said, this has been Johnny's story. Johnny's been the protagonist this whole time. And all the old characters show up, from every movie, all the legacy characters that showed up, even like the throwaway characters you even forgot about. Like, oh yeah, that's who that is. Hilary Swank has not shown up yet.
I'm waiting for her to show up.
Yeah, like I don't count that out. Like, they brought everybody else back, so who knows? But like I said, it's getting silly. Like I said, they've entered this like international Mortal Kombat Enter the Dragon type of tournament. Someone's gotten killed now. Sensei Kreese, he's like the Terminator. Like he faked his own death and escaped prison and was on the run. He's basically like the Terminator now. Like that's how silly it's getting.
Now let me ask you this: the guy running the tournament, is he like drug running and human trafficking and shit like that?
No. But like there's that, what's his name? Terry Silver, the rich guy from Karate Kid 3. He's shown back up. We thought he was in jail. Well, he popped up. Surprise! He's behind a bunch of shady shit that's going on right now. So there is that, and he is like the Kane from Enter the Dragon.
Okay, that's I was wondering who. No wonder who that was.
Yeah, he orchestrated a kidnapping of Daniel in this. Yeah, Daniel got kidnapped.
So did he karate his way out and had to rescue him, or what?
Oh yeah, he karateed his way out. It's Daniel's son, man. Focus. Concentrate.
So at this point, he's like Luke Skywalker after Return of the Jedi. Okay.
Yes, that's all. Like everybody starts fighting. It's so silly. It's like campy now. Like fights break out. They're on the plane and they kick somebody's ass. Like there's just cry. It's like I said, it's like a chop socky kung fu flick from like the 60s, like Shaw Brothers type shit. Only set in like suburbs. And people are saying, how come the cops never show up? Because it's chop socky shit. They're not supposed
the cops
to.
Never show up on it, right?
Yeah, they just start fighting everywhere. The kids are always fighting each other. Like at the water slides, they start a brawl. The mall, they start a brawl in the fucking restaurants. The
fact that anybody is in the mall.
That there's a mall because it's the 80s. Sure, they had to have something in the mall.
Right.
And then the 80s music starts playing and all that shit. But I mean, I like this show. Like I said, it's just it's silly. It's kind of dumb, but it's entertaining. So I've been watching it. I might as well stick it out to the end here. It's been a fun ride. It has worn out. The ride is getting a little bit old at this point, and we are basically past the 80s nostalgia trend that started with like Stranger Things, like 10 years ago. It's been,
right.
So I get it,
Now they got to move on to the 90s nostalgia. So
Yeah, 90s nostalgia. They tried. That's the thing that like the Power Rangers movie and all that shit. I think that came out a little too early. If it came out like maybe a few years from now, I think then it would be good.
no. If Power Rangers came out now, it wouldn't even do what it did then.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to think. When did that come out? Was it like right in the Marvel heyday or some shit?
Right in the Marvel heyday.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the point Marvel had us in the chokehold where we wouldn't accept anything not Marvel.
Yeah. Because 90s shit, 90s. What came out? There was some 90s stuff that takes place in the 90s. And I'm trying to. It's not coming out. That Y2K movie, the horror flick coming out like next month.
Wait. So we're in 2000 nostalgia now. Fuck, we're old, Eli. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure 90s nostalgia is coming back. No, I saw something that took place in the 90s. Like, I can't remember it now. But anyways, nostalgia always sells. The next generation will have their thing. I mean, even back in the 80s, there were nostalgia for the 50s. Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Peggy Sue got married. Yeah.
Why are we both thinking about that at the same time?
Yeah, fucking Stripes. They were singing, remember Stripes with Bill Murray, their army? They're singing all those 50s songs and shit while they're marching. And so they were nostalgic for the 50s back in the 80s. So there's always
you know what's crazy about that Power Rangers movie? Everybody in that movie is like a famous actor now. Like the Red Ranger, she like the main chick is Smile.
Oh shit.
Or Smile 2 or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the others I think is on Stranger Things, I think. One of them. I mean,
I didn't watch that new Power.
It was.
Well, I wasn't a 90s kid.
Here's the thing.
I was old by the time.
It was no better or worse than any Marvel movie at the time. That's basically what it was. But people shitted on it because it looks like a Power Rangers movie. It's supposed to look like a Power Rangers movie. It's Power Rangers.
Iron Man's not in it. This sucks. Yeah.
Right. That's the mind frame we were in at the moment. So
yeah. They compared everything to Marvel.
Yeah. So that's groupthink right there. So
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now Marvel sucks. Now everyone thinks Marvel.
Now Marvel sucks. Everything they make sucks. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's woke. Fuck this. Blah 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 and shit.
Like oh shit. Okay. All right. So can you slap a score on it or something, or is it too early?
I'm still like so. This block of episodes, I will give a 4 out of 5. It did still manage to me. I'm still laughing. I'm still laughing at it, man.
Okay, so you're still on board. Okay,
I'm still on board. Like I made it this far. And it left on a cliff. Like what the fuck? That's it. So I'm like actually excited. Like wow, there's some more to this. So it didn't end because I was expecting it to end. Like I thought this was it, and then no, it's a cliffhanger, and we got some more. The last 5 episodes coming up. So yeah, I give a 4 out of 5. Yeah, they have not lost me yet.
Okay.
Like the first 2 seasons are gold. They're great.
The YouTube
and then and then they got a little. They sort of coasted for a couple, but then I think the 5th season, like last season, was great. And I thought that would have been a good way to end it, but you know how they do it. So.
They got to milk it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then we move on next part of the podcast.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an option, Eli. Should I review Alien Romulus?
If you want, I just bypass what do you think?
I'll just briefly just say some shit because you already had a whole episode of it, talked about it, said what you need to say, broke down what you need to say, so no reason for me to rehash shit. I'm gonna just go say what I say. So yes, I did. Oh, let me get a little graphic up there. That's all. All right. So yeah, I watched Alien Prometheus. No, what do I watch? Romulus. What the fuck? Okay, one of those movies. Okay. Now the reason it took me so long, Eli, because you told me about it like on Tuesday or some shit like that, and I just watched it this morning because I was looking for a free Hulu like trial. So I searched the internet for that. When I finally found one, plugged it in, said I was ineligible. I was like, fuck. So here's what I did. Since my Disney Plus already expired, I don't have Hulu, and my HBO also expired. I only got that package, that $16 package.
Yeah, you don't have.
Yeah.
That's what I've been having. Yeah.
Yeah. So I decided to get that one. Like, I might as well. I mean, it's cheaper to do this. This thing I had. Now I know I'm talking about Romulus, but I'm talking about this shit for a second. I did have the ESPN Plus package for a second. That shit sucks.
Yeah, nothing I want to see is on ESPN Plus.
ESPN isn't on ESPN Plus.
No. Anything I want, any sports related shit ain't on that.
Like, can I watch Sports Center? Can I watch any NBA game? No.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, just give me Monday Night Football. Just give me Monday Night Football, if nothing else. You don't even get that.
No.
Like, the only way you get Monday Night Football is if it's showing on ABC, like on regular TV for free. Then you can get it if you pay for ESPN Plus.
No,
but
it pisses me off about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pisses me off about sports these days. I can't watch. I had to get an antenna so I can watch local football, but that's only my team. Like I can't, I ain't spending what $500 on what NFL ticket or whatever.
NFL Sunday package,
fuck that. I ain't doing that. And I couldn't watch the World Series. I couldn't watch the Yankees or even hockey. I got to watch YouTube for hockey. Like you got to subscribe to Bally's Sports or some shit. You got to
so who do you get with Bally's?
I don't even know.
Okay, because they sent me something too. They sent me something.
Yeah, because I was trying to watch hockey, and I can't watch my local hockey team.
So the reason we're talking about sports is the only thing people actually listen to, only they tune in. We talk about anything else everybody leaves.
I might as well just get cable again.
We already talked about Black Light.
Yeah.
Like we talk about the World Series, everybody would tune in for that. They were locked in on that one. Oh shit. Okay, but no, Vaughn Fournette, we're gonna try. We're gonna try to go to do Black Light tonight. To make a penny. But yeah, Bally's did send me something. I think they doing whoever's the New Orleans team in basketball now. I don't even know anymore. Pelicans, I think, or some shit.
I don't know.
Anyway, Alien Romulus. Let's talk about that. All right. So Eli, I watched it this morning, and this movie was awesome.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's all I got to say. So
well, at least you liked it. Yeah, good. I'm like, you had a good time,
Yeah, I had a good time. Like, I mean, I understand you want to make sure how it looks with lore and all. I didn't care. I did not care at all. Like, did it entertain me? It did. I'm not that invested in alien lore where it didn't do this and did do that. But yeah, that was entertaining. And that scene that you said that the gun scene where they were anti-gravity scene.
Yeah.
That alone, I was like, that's creative right there. That was creative shit right there.
That's the best scene of the movie. Yeah.
So any flaws the movie has, you got to get a plus for that. Now, was it? Did it feel like a cover band of Alien's greatest hits? Yes, it did. I agree with you on that 100%. Yeah. Even I saw some of that shit. I was like, what? Because some of that shit, it threw you out of the movie. Like, what? Why are you doing this? It makes sense. They had a callback to another movie. Like, she responded to another movie that that dude never said in this movie. Some listeners are like, what? Why is she saying that? Because he said it back in 1972 or some shit. But whatever. I don't know. But other than that, like I said, it was not a perfect movie. 80 Didia Arakia. Hey, you too. I like it when they give the haze with the extra Y's on it. That's when you know it's real. So appreciate you.
Thanks for listening.
What else? The robot dude, awesome performance.
Oh yeah,
he held it together. He's about the only dude I liked in there. The only person I liked in here. That's the thing I like about these new Gen Z 2024 movies. They just throw random people in there. Like they used to. I understand they used to throw unknown actors in movies, like Star Wars had unknown actors, but they were, engaging actors you remember. These people are just interchangeable. I don't know who the fuck these people are. It was fucked up. If you look at the IMDb, did I say it right?
IMDb.
The IMDb of them, they've been in like 5 movies I've seen and don't remember any of them. Like, really? You was in that shit? Like, okay. So, yeah, so he was the only one I remember. He held it together. He was actually doing a really great performances. The movie looked beautiful, Eli. I know you said the movie looked like shit. No, this movie looked beautiful to me.
I said it was dark.
Some amazing shots.
It was like dark, like really dark.
Yeah. But I thought it had some amazing shots. But that sounds like I'm not finna go a deep dive in the Alien Romulus like that. Awesome movie. Watch it. It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I liked it until like the last 15 minutes.
Okay. Let's talk about the last 15 minutes. Here's the thing. Now, you had a problem with the 15 minutes. That's what a lot of people had a problem with the last 15 minutes of it. I guess because y'all shitted on that part so much, I guess I was prepared for it. So when it came, I was like, okay, when is it coming? When is it coming? It's here. I didn't mind it. Now, that being said, that if I didn't know and I went to the theater and it just popped out of nowhere, because it did feel like a fourth act when that shit popped up. So because for some reason Hollywood don't know how to do 3 act structures anymore. That's why people get so frustrated with these damn movies. So when that shit finally popped up, I was like, okay, I'm ready for it. But if I wasn't ready for it, maybe I had the same issues y'all with. But since y'all prepared me for it, I was okay with it. So I don't know. It's all right.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm gonna slap score 45. Let's go.
Well, there you go. Well, at
Now,
least you had a good time.
Eli, I got to give a higher score than you. That's law. So, yeah.
Because it would have sucked if you watched it and you didn't like it.
Right.
You went all this way. You try. Oh shit! I gotta subscribe to something, and you didn't like it.
Right. Well, I mean, even if it ain't like I got other shit come out. The reason I got Creature Commandos come out in December, so I'm gonna give my money's worth anyway. So yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So now we get all the shit now. Plus I watched that Watchmen shit. I'm not gonna review Watchmen. I'm just saying I watched Watchmen, the cartoon shit. But yeah.
Okay. Is it good?
It was Watchmen. I guess I review it. His thing, like we've seen this shit somewhere. We read the comic back and forth. Me and you both read the comic back and forth. We watched the Zack Snyder movie. I'm pretty sure they had some kind of YouTube motion comic and shit like that. So we know the source material backwards and forwards to the point that when you watch Watchmen, it's just watching Watchmen. It's Watchmen. I mean,
what was it? It was the Black Pearl or whatever. The comic.
Yeah.
And that was included in that Snyder cut or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, didn't we see an animated Watchmen before? Like, I'm thinking of the pirate story. So.
Yeah, thinking of a pirate story. So yeah, so that's what this was. It was animation was pretty cool, but it was honestly, it felt like a lot of scenes they're ripping off from the Zack Snyder movie. Like I understand that Zack Snyder took it from the comic, but it looked like they didn't take it from the comic. It looked like they took it from the Zack Snyder movie. They took it from the comic. That's what it felt like. So it's cool to watch. It's a cool thing to watch. It's only part 1 on HBO Max right now, but it's part 1. I was like, yeah, it's Watchmen. Yeah, no.
Where does it end?
Really
where does it stop?
It stops when the cops catch Rorschach in the house after he is interrogating the guy and they rip off his mask. My face. You took away my face. That's where it is.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that works.
Yeah. Just read the comic. Fuck it.
Fucking read the comic.
Yeah. That bitch is long as fuck. Eli got the graphic novel, like 400 pages. So shit.
Yeah.
Like when they say graphic novel, they mean novel. They mean that shit. So,
yeah. Well, yeah. It's also got like newspaper clippings and excerpts from actual novels
and shit. Yeah. Okay. Now think about it. Maybe prepare yourself before you read the comic. The comic is not a comic you can. Okay. We're going on a tangent for a second. Now we got to talk about it. I know we need to move.
Open up a can of worms with this one.
We open up a can of worms because we were like, okay, we telling everybody you need to read because both of us recommended Watchmen like one of the top 5 greatest comics of all time. Me and Gomer said it was top comic of all time. But if you're not familiar with the medium, I wouldn't recommend Watchmen because Watchmen is a little bit too dense for people just getting into comics. Reason I'm getting on this tangent right here because LeBron James made a tweet the other day asking he likes Batman. What Batman comics should he read? And it had like 1,000 comments and shit like that. Batman, you should read this. So it turns out the book he read was Grant Morrison's book.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, that's not where you start. You don't start with Grant Morrison. The fuck
I would recommend like Killing Joke to somebody.
Something simple, get in it. I would recommend Hush.
That too.
I think Hush is a good one. You can start with the New 52 Court of Owls. I think that's a good jumping off point. Also.
That's a good point. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Cool. But like Dark Knight Returns, you can't like even Dark Knight Returns is if you don't know who Green Arrow is, if you don't know why Selena Kyle is dressed up as Wonder Woman for some reason. Yeah.
Now to be honest with you, Dark Knight Returns, one of my first Batman comics I've read also. And I love that comic. I thought, oh, this is great. And a lot of that stuff I didn't catch because I didn't know. But now if I go back and read it, now I catch all the stuff that Frank Miller was doing in that book. But at the time I didn't catch the shit, but it was still entertaining. But Grant Morrison, you can't jump into Grant Morrison Batman. You have to know everything about Batman to understand that book.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Because he made it where everything is canon.
Or even Year One. Year One's a good starting.
Year One is a great one. Year One is the book you start with.
Yeah.
That's the book you start with.
Yes. Or even Long Halloween. That's a good one too.
Long Halloween is also good.
It's not too,
but you got to read Year One first before you jump into Long Halloween. Year One, Year Two. So
Yeah.
That's my thing. So yeah. What we got here? Von 4L. Von 4L still hanging with us. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like I said, that's what I recommend. So I wanted to jump in there and tell LeBron James what book to read. But I'm pretty sure he wouldn't listen to shit I said. James Gunn was saying, DM me, I'm gonna give you some books. So he gave him Grant Morrison. Shame on you, James Gunn. Do better. Yeah. All right. Next part. Okay, so this is the part where we start bitching and moaning. Right here. Eli wants to rant. I want to rant. So about to rant, get ready for it. Eli, I'm about to trigger you right now. So let's go.
What are we doing?
Yeah. All right, let's go. This is what we got. I don't even know what you mad about. I just know you mad about this. So I'm
I'm not mad. I thought this was hilarious.
I thought you were mad. Okay.
No, I thought it was hilarious.
Okay, so I'm just mad then. Not at this, other shit, but yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so everybody's seen Deadpool and Wolverine. Mm-hmm. Well, most of us.
Everybody's seen it. Yeah. It's the only post-Endgame Marvel movie people have seen.
Yeah. And in that movie, Madonna's song "Like a Prayer" was in it. And now that song is basically it has made some sort of a comeback. Somewhat of a comeback.
Same thing with Kate Bush. What's that song?
Yeah, with the Stranger Things.
Runaway Hill or some shit.
Something like that. Running up the hill or some shit.
Yeah, that song. Yeah.
Or running down the hill. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, Madonna's song "Like a Prayer" is popular again because of Deadpool, and it's become so popular that church choirs are now singing it.
Oh shit, Eli! Now you just put a thought in my head that I feel like I shouldn't say, but go ahead.
But I'm just saying, I find it that they don't really know how controversial this song was when it was first released. The video, what the song's about, the hidden meanings behind it.
Okay, Eli, what is the song about? We didn't talk about the last time we talked about it, even though that reel did do numbers. Do you know what the song is about?
Why don't you? I'm a little abrasive, so why don't you?
Okay, you want me to say it?
Yeah, you.
No. I want you to say it.
Well, from what I can understand, from what my interpretation, now I'm not I'm a metal dude.
Yeah.
So pop music isn't my forte, but from what I understand, there is some sort of sexual innuendo, suggestiveness to that song and religion.
Okay, I'm gonna just spell it out for you. The song is about giving head. That's what the whole song is about.
What? You cut out.
That's what the song is about. I'm down on my knees. I'm trying to take you to heaven. That's what the song is about.
Yeah, I did. Head. Yeah, I did. I wasn't trying to be so literal. I did. Yeah, that's totally. Yeah, the down on my knees, trying to take you there.
I want to take you there. Yeah, that's what the whole song is about. Yeah.
I didn't take it so literal, but yeah.
Even the part, I'm trying to remember the parts of the song because I was listening to the song. I don't know why I listened to Like a Prayer in 2024. But hold on, let me see before I go there.
Oh, it's Jakey Poo in the house.
Jakey Poo. Yeah, you missed everything, Jake, but don't worry, you're here right now. You know what, Eli? Why are we having this conversation like in Reservoir Dogs? Remember that?
Oh,
remember
yeah.
Dick. All I got is Madonna's dicks in my ear. Big dicks and shit. But anyway, the song is about giving head. Because like I said, you listen to the lyrics, stuff like that. Even the part where she says, it feels like home, and the way she draws it out, that's her putting her lips. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all in the song. It's right there.
Okay, sure.
Your voice, because the way you moan sends her to heaven also. Okay, we're getting too deep. We're gonna make it. We ain't gonna be monetized. We're not monetized anyway, so fuck it. That's as far as I'm gonna go.
But yeah, I did get the sexual innuendos from the song. Yes, I did get that. But yes, the video, because it had like this religious thematic video, and there's a choir singing, and then Jesus is black. There was this big controversy about that.
And it was endorsed by Pepsi.
And it was endorsed by Pepsi. Yes, I do. Was it like the Super Bowl or something where it premiered or some shit?
I think so. I think it was something. It was something big. It was something big where everybody.
It premiered like on a live event. I think it was like the Super Bowl or something.
and for some reason they didn't watch the video before she premiered.
Oh, was it Monday Night Football? Was it like the season opener?
It was something big.
Yeah, and it went
And
live.
everybody freaked the fuck out.
Everybody freaked out because it was the 80s and we had the religious right and, the satanic panic, and they were bitching about everything, back then.
Now, here's another thing. I did some research after we did that reel, Eli. The Pope actually excommunicated her from the church, from the Catholic Church for that song.
Okay.
I didn't know it was that big, and banned her from performing in Italy.
Yeah, which is stupid. All the shit those motherfuckers. Now you're triggering.
Okay. Well, let's go past it.
Madonna gets banned, but not all these mother. Yeah, okay. I'm not going
to let's go past it because I realized what I said.
You there? Yeah.
Yeah. I realized I really opened a can of worms with that one. So
yeah, well, let's keep it light and fluffy.
Yeah, Madonna's giving head. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well, this is where I'm not gonna get pissed. I'm not pissed either. I'm mad at people getting mad. Okay, let's talk about something. All right. Let's talk about the casting news of How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, Jesus.
Because if there's anybody that knows anything more about How to Train Your Dragon, about those cartoon movies, it's us. Us old motherfuckers right here. Of course, we're experts on this shit. I know Eli is.
Yeah, my daughter, she loves those movies. In fact, the How to Train Your Dragon is the only movie she saw in the theater. She's got sensory. She's disabled. My daughter's disabled. She's like, she's Down syndrome. She's got, she's pretty much nonverbal, and she can't stand like loud noises or bright lights and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So some movie theaters, they have like the sensory showings for kids with autism and disabilities.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
And we brought her to a screening of How to Train Your Dragon. The movie theater leaves the lights on. They turn down the volume. And yeah, that's the only movie she ever saw in the theater because she likes that movie so much. So yeah, I've seen all those movies. There's been spin-off animated like TV shows with it. So yeah, I know.
Eli, I was joking. I didn't know you really were expert on.
Oh yeah, I even read one of the books. Yes, they're based on a series of books. Yes, How to Train Your. I am deep into How to Train Your Dragon because my kid loves
the lore. Okay.
Yes, I know the lore.
Okay, so you're gonna get pissed on by what I'm about to say. Then. Okay.
I am. I know. I am, but not why you think.
Anyway, let's talk about why everybody's up in arms. Like I said. How to Train Your Dragon is giving a live action adaptation. They just showed the trailer of it. And of course, in every trailer of an adaptation, they race change and swap or whatever they want to call it. So let's go to it. You got whoever this is. Eli, who is
Astrid.
this?
Astrid.
Ursula or some shit? Okay.
Astrid.
Okay, cool. I just made up some shit. I don't know. So
get it right, man. Get the lore. Well, actually, I'm gonna.
You're the real actually guy on How to Train Your Dragon. Okay.
Well, actually, that's Astrid.
So, who is playing Astrid live action? Boom, Nico Parker. It's about the best picture I can get of it, but you get the point. What I'm trying to say.
And I think she looks fine.
You're the only one thing because everybody else is losing their shit. Right?
I heard
Twitter's losing their shit. Yeah. So yeah, that's going on right now. So Astrid in whatever Astrid live action. For those who don't know who this is, Nico Parker. If you don't know who Nico Parker is.
Leroy, did you cut out? Don't tell me Leroy's computer's already crashing and we haven't even gotten to comics yet. Leroy, are you there? Gonna take you there. Leroy, or did I cut out? Or did Leroy cut out? Well, I say, Leroy's sending me a message that his thing, yeah, he's so sorry, folks. Technical difficulties 5 times in a row. This is now. Leroy's computer crashed. He is jumping back in. So I will take this. I guess I'll take this up. I didn't even want to talk about this, but since Leroy brought it up, yes, the internet, certain corners of the internet, we know who they are. The anti-woke assholes, the big tough guys who whine about the dumbest shit. They're mad because Astrid is being played by someone who's not blonde. I guess she's part black or multiracial. She's not Aryan. So now they're mad. And of course, this is a made-up fantasy world. Who gives a shit? It's a cartoon. It's for kids. No one gives a shit but these whiny assholes. And my stand, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the culture war. That's my thing. I'm sick of this stupid culture war, especially now. Especially now, after recent events, I'm sick of everybody bickering against each other. Everyone's, trying to bitch about the culture war. I'm sick of it. We're all blaming each other for all our problems. We're punching at each other when we should be punching upwards towards the actual assholes that are fucking us all. But no, they keep us distracted with this dumb shit, so we're mad at each other over the dumbest shit. And that's where I'm at. So I don't care. I really don't care about this. And I don't give a shit that they're mad. Let them be mad. I don't care. We got bigger problems to worry about going forward. And art, entertainment, books, comics, movies are the way we cope, are the ways that we cope with struggles. We get through shitty days by consuming art. So that's where I'm at. Art is a way we get through our bad times, and let us just enjoy it and quit bitching about if a character's got blonde hair or not. That's where I'm at. I don't know just in time, Leroy's back. So okay. I already gave my piece.
You already gave your piece on it. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm trying. It's been rough, but yeah, I'm holding off as long as I can. Point is, I'm trying to make, where's that chick at? Okay. So point is, okay, do you know who, well, if you don't know who Nico Parker is from The Last of Us cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Where she also played, they also lost their shit over that also. Now, for those who don't know who Nico Parker is, she's the daughter of Thandie Newton.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so if you're wondering why I'm such a fan of Mission Impossible, yeah, that's why. So yeah. But here's the point I'm trying to make. Everybody's tripping over race shit and stuff like that. They're saying, why couldn't they cast a Scandinavian actor to play Ursula, whoever the fuck,
Astrid.
Her, yeah. Point is, here's her parents, right? Okay, so Thandie Newton, like I said, she's black, yes, but she's also biracial. Her father is white. So she's 75% white. She only has 25% black in her. The only black that's in her is her hair. That's it. So, And here's the thing. Her father has Scandinavian blood in her. She's the only person in the movie with Scandinavian blood.
So she's more Viking than all y'all.
She's more Viking than anybody in the movie. Whiter than that dude. People are mad a white girl is playing a white girl. That's peak internet right there. That's what the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's where we are right now. What the fuck is going on? So, yeah. That's all I want to get on. So let's get past that shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit. And me being native, I don't care. I don't ever get to see myself. So I don't give a shit about everybody bitching about that either. Because everybody talk about diversity and representation. Natives still ain't on stage during that whole conversation. So again, I don't give a shit.
Right. So let's get past that. Move over. Okay, can we move on to the next part of the podcast because I can feel the heat coming from right now.
Yeah. So right through these reviews, man.
Let's crank through this shit as fast as possible.
Black Dynamite, right? Or Black Dynamite.
It's not gonna be right now. All right, like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies. We're talking about comic books, and we're gonna jump into it. Eli, I'm gonna let you go first. And
you're doing Black Lightning?
No. I'm saving that for last.
You gonna trash your shit? You ain't gonna last.
I'm saving Black Lightning for last. I'm saving for last. We just gonna see what we got.
Okay. Well, shit. What am I doing? Fuck it. I'm gonna do Batman.
You gonna do Batman? Okay.
Yes, Batman Full Moon. I was really looking forward to this book, and then it didn't pop up on my new releases when it came out right before Halloween. Because that's when it dropped, like right around Halloween. Mm-hmm. But, a certain comic book website or a comic book app, digital comic app, I won't name it, has been very difficult to use lately. And new releases just don't show up on my feed for some fucking reason. So I missed issue 1. So this week I found out that issue 2 came out. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to issue 1? So I had to go back and read both issues. So I'm going to do Batman Full Moon number 2. This is from, what's his name? Rodney Barnes, the guy who does Philadelphia.
Oh, Rodney Barnes did this? Oh, so, yeah. What is it? I'm trying to think the name of that book.
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia?
Yeah. He does
did that? Okay. All right.
Yeah. And the art, the guy who did that Riddler book, Riddler Year One, he's the one who's doing the art.
Paul. Oh, you mean the art did it? Okay, because
Yeah.
Paul Dano wrote Ridley Year One, but yeah.
Yeah. The artist of Riddler Year One.
Yeah.
Did the art to this. So this is a Black Label book. So it's nice and spendy. But I dug this. This is it's everything I pretty much wanted. It's Batman versus the Wolfman. You know, it had Talbot. What's his name? Christian Talbot.
Mm-hmm.
And Talbot is like, what's his name? Lewis or Talbot is from the actual Universal Wolfman movie.
That name sounded familiar, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the name from the Wolfman, the Universal monster, like Lon Chaney and shit.
Now here's the reason I know that name. Remember that game Darkstalker?
Yeah.
That's the name of the wolf dude in that movie. In that game. Yeah.
So it's a reference to Universal Monsters Wolfman. So basically, yeah, this is about a werewolf running around in Gotham, you know, ripping motherfuckers to shreds and shit. And Batman has to go out and be a detective and shit. We have first issue has you know, Batman is investigating these murders made by an animal. Him and Alfred are trying to figure it out. He's also dating Zatanna. And Don Constantine shows up to be an asshole, which is funny.
Zatanna, so yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it turns out that this guy Talbot, he was like an British Secret Service soldier, and he got bit by a werewolf in some secret black ops mission in Romania. So now he's got the curse of the werewolf, and he ended up going to Gotham to Wayne Pharmaceuticals to basically search for a cure. But in doing so, he broke free and killed everybody and set the place on fire. And Kurt Langstrom is the only one who survived or whatever, you know, Man-Bat. And he's telling Bruce.
Okay, that's why I like that name sounds so familiar, but okay.
Yeah. So Man-Bat's there talking about, this guy's a werewolf and blah, 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 blah. And he's the exposition guy. And that's what's happening. And so Batman goes to try and hunt this thing down. And anyways, when the Wolfman turns back into human form, he's found by some homeless people. And the homeless people take him down to the mission, and there's a nun there. She gives him a bunch of clothes and feeds him, and, you know, tells him, you know, you should have faith and all that, you know, trust in Jesus and God, and, you know, you're not really an animal, you are human, there's good in you, and all that shit, you know. And then, of course, he turns into a werewolf, and then Batman and Man-Bat show up to fight him. Okay. And Batman ends up getting bit. So that was the first issue. Batman got bit by a werewolf. Now here's issue 2. Batman is now infected with the werewolf virus. And he's trying to fight it off. He's got, you know, Kurt Langstrom trying to come up with a serum and study the DNA of the wolf and all that shit. Him and Alfred are trying to come up with a cure. Zatanna takes him into some astral realm to try and cure his spirit and take the werewolf curse out of him in the astral realm and shit. That doesn't work. And the guy, the Talbot, the werewolf guy, he's still with the homeless people and like, you got to chain me up or something, because when I turn into a werewolf, I'm going to kill people. And so they chain him in like the basement of a church or whatever. But he still turns. Meanwhile, Batman's searching for him. But because he's a werewolf now, he has like a hive mind. I guess in this world, the werewolves can like sense each other. So he's searching for Talbot. He's in the Batmobile. Alfred and everybody's like, no, man, you're going to turn into a werewolf, man. You better get back here and so we can deal with it. He's like, no, man, I got to go do this. You know, I'm Batman. I'll be okay because I'm Batman. And he's even like, I've equipped the Batmobile with ultraviolet light to sort of, delay the moonrise so I can stay human longer and shit. Like,
oh wow! So he's already
preparing. Yeah. He's doing prep time to try and stop himself from becoming a werewolf, but it doesn't work. Batman becomes a werewolf, and he straight up busts out of the Batmobile. It's pretty. He breaks out of the Batmobile, and now it's Batman. It's Batman Wolf, and that's where it ends. I'm like, fuck. So This is cool. I'm digging this book. It's dark. The art is really dark and like dark and gothic. There's got a really spooky atmospheric tone to it. But there's also a lot of humor. Like Constantine's a dick. He's talking shit to him and Alfred. He's calling
and he
him
does
Mr.
have magic in this book, Constantine.
Yeah, and then there's all that too. There's like this discussion between like science and faith, and you know what I mean, like because of this reminds me of like Immortal Hulk in a way, because they're dealing with the animal side, the rage part of your personality, and like the Wolfman has that animalistic side, and then there's Batman who has like his dual personality. So that like thematically, it's really working, as far as like the two sides, you know what I mean? The yin and the yang and all that shit, So thematically that works, but there's also this discussion between magic and like religion and like science, because Bruce and Alfred are trying to like use science and logic to get through this. But then you have Zatanna and Constantine there. No, this is like a magic thing. You are cursed. There's magic cannot, or science cannot solve this problem. This is a curse. This is a magic problem, basically. And same thing with the Wolfman. Like the nun is trying to, you should pray. He's like, no, I need to find a cure to this. Like prayer is not going to help me. So all that. It's just really cool. And it's like I said, it's dark. It's got really cool horror moments, but it's also fun. It's funny. So this is a 4 out of 5. This is so far. It's one of my favorite books of the year.
Nice. Now, did you get a chance to read part 1?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, this is cool. This might, if they keep this up, this might be on my top list this year.
Yeah, we need to start thinking of that list. I haven't compiled it yet, but I'm gonna start thinking about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like I said, I don't have too many books this week, but one thing we're gonna do. Let me see if I can pull it up. Come here. There you go. We're going to do Ultimate Spider-Man number. What are we at? I don't know.
Is it 11?
I guess. I don't know. So this is Black Cat, and Black Cat is black. So of course everybody already lost their shit with this one.
Oh shit.
So because that's the world we live in right
now.
Oh,
speaking of which, I saw a bunch of comments on like YouTube about the Batman Full Moon book.
Yeah.
And somebody a couple of them were saying, yeah, see what happens when books aren't woke, you get cool stuff like this.
They didn't read it. Okay, that's what it was.
And I'm like, okay, do you realize this was written by a black dude? And
right, Barbara Gordon is black, so yeah.
It's like,
oh man,
like okay, whatever, dude.
Whatever, let him have it. Okay,
yeah.
All right, so Spider-Man versus Black Cat, maybe not. Let's go to it. Okay, so book starts off with. Let me get myself out of here. Disappear. Boom. Okay. So book starts off with Spider-Man trying to call Harry Osborn. Not Harry. Norman. Harry. Trying to call Harry. Harry disappeared. Can't find him. So he's like, okay, I can't find him. Let me call Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus, even though he's not Dr. Octopus, but he called Dr. Octopus. He was like, where's Harry? And he tells him, let me track his suit, because I hadn't talked to him in a while, but let me track his suit to find out where he's at. So he finds out where he's at. And he was like, oh man, you got to figure this out. Okay, he's right. I'll call you back. I got something to got to take care of. He's like, okay, cool. So he goes there, disappears, and he stops a bank robbery. Goes in there, and then he fights, of course, the inner demons. Those guys. So he beats the shit out of them, whipping, quippy, saying funny jokes and shit like, well, not funny jokes, dad jokes and shit like that, and telling them, okay, you guys should be doing it. And while he's saying the shit, you got this one woman right here. Why don't you shut the fuck up, Spider-Man? He's going to shoot everybody in here if you don't quit saying your shit.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
And then Spider-Man
for
said,
a second,
okay.
I was like, okay, Hickman's not so good at writing the jokes.
Right, because the jokes were terrible, but that was funny. And then Spider-Man goes.
I was like, comedy is not Hickman's thing.
Yeah, he's just doing like these bad jokes. Like, you got some dudes that do funny Spider-Man, but that wasn't funny Spider-man. But this was funny Spider-Man here. He was like, okay.
But when she said, will you shut the fuck up? Okay, that's funny.
Right. And then Spider-Man said, okay, how about this? You take it, leave her, let all the other hostages go. And then after that, then he starts They shooting at him. He does this, webbing up, stuff like that, smacking the shit out of him like real quick. And then he says, okay, this was fun, but it's time to wrap this up. Get it? Well, waka, 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 all this shit like that. Then they grab her again. Shit like that. I told you, Spider-Man, you was going to get one of us killed and shit like that. And Spider-Man's like, nah, I'm not going to get you killed. So he webs up the bad guy and her mouth to shut her the fuck up. And then that's when Mr. Negative shows up with his, because he leads the inner demons. He was like, well, bravo, Spider-Man, you done that. Spider-Man talking about, so, oh, look at you rocking the man bun. They're going to love you in prison. You're like, well, you're not going to put me there. And that's when he starts doing the whammy jammy to all the regular citizens in the bank. And then they start attacking Spider-Man. Now, Spider-Man doesn't want to hurt anybody, so he just lets them whoop his ass.
The whammy jammy. I like that.
Yeah. I couldn't think of anything else, but yeah. So he goes back to his house. He goes there, got his ass whooped shit like that. And Mary Jane's just like, what the fuck happened to you? They're like, and she was like, I'm glad the kids don't see me. Like, don't worry about the kids. I'm looking at you right now. So then they start actually having a serious conversation. Now, Hickman can't do comedy, but he can do drama.
Yeah,
so
yes.
They sit there and talk, and they're just like, look, Spidey-Man. Looks, Peter, all this is scaring me. Like what? This because she's looking at him getting his ass whooped, and plus she's seen other photos of him in the Daily Bugle in the paper getting his ass whooped. And she just straight up asked him, look, before you got bit by a spider, have you ever been in a fight before? They're like, yeah, you remember Flash Thompson. Yeah. So how'd that go? He whooped the shit out of me, And that was the last fight he was in before he got bit by Spider-Man.
So, in high school, yeah, it was
in high school, yeah. So she was just like, look, so are you gonna tell? And she's basically just like, look, if the shit gets real, are you gonna tell me when the shit gets real? They're like, yes. How will you know when the shit gets real? He was like, I just hope I do. She's like, cool. Well, that's good enough. You want to fool around? And that should have been the end of the book right there, But he like, man,
but no, it's Spider-Man. He's gonna find a way to fuck it all up.
Right, he's gonna fuck it up. I have responsibility, Mary Jane. I can't do that.
Pussy? Gotta go... Hell no. I gotta go do some good.
Right. So she takes a rain check because he got something to do. He like, cool, and she's cool with what he got to do. So basically, what he has to do. Oh, let's talk about the Sinister Six. Well, the Sinister Five at this point, because they fucked up the OG Black Cat, and it's like, well, now we're down to 5, so then we need to divvy up his thing. Like, no, we still got 6. And he shows up. He's in a wheelchair because I guess Harry Osborn broke his back. He's like, I'm not giving up my territory. I'm still in the fight. As a matter of fact, my daughter Felicia is taking over. So, Ultimate Black Cat, right there.
I don't got a problem with it. I'm not mad at it. Leroy, did you crash again? Damn, you were doing so well, Leroy. You were doing so good, Leroy. Okay, do I have to finish this? I guess I did actually read this, so I let me put it up. Sorry, folks. Yeah, Leroy's having technical difficulties, so let me pull my. I read this a couple days ago. I don't remember what happened. I mean, I do, but Leroy was doing really good as far as. Is he back? No, he's not. That's me. That's basically him totally leaving the chat. So, but yeah, Black Cat, that's her. And I think she looks dope. So I ain't got a problem. Why? If you're mad, fuck y'all. I don't give a shit why you're mad. But be mad. Be mad at a hot ass looking Black Cat. I don't give a shit. But I believe, yeah. What happens is, okay, now my book is up. Shit. But basically what happens is, yeah, the Sinister Six, they consider having Black Cat on the team. And then we cut to Peter meeting Uncle Ben, at the memorial wall where everyone died because of the shit the Maker did. That's a long story. I won't get into it. But yeah, so Ben and Peter have a conversation basically about an extension of the Mary Jane conversation. Basically say, you better not tell anybody else who you are, because Peter's told Mary Jane, basically he's told his whole family who he is, that, he's Spider-Man. And he's saying that could be dangerous, that could be that could put his family in danger and all that. So he should probably not tell anybody else. So, and he agrees. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to tell anybody else. He's like, I figured out that Harry was, me and Jay Jonah, we figured out that Harry was from the fucking Green Goblin. It's not going to be that hard to figure that you're Spider-Man. So you better keep this under wraps. And Leroy's back.
I'm back. But no,
okay.
Go ahead and finish. I'm listening to
it. And that's kind of where it ends. Isn't that where it ends?
That's where it ends. But the last thing Ben says, like, look, yeah, I had this great relationship with Aunt May. Yes, we she died, but we had a great life, and I'm ready to move on with my life without her. Can you say the same about you and Mary Jane? He's like, nah, because they haven't lived the same life that Ben has. He's like, keep that in mind just in case you get in trouble. So
yeah, especially like I said, it was an extension of the conversation with Mary Jane. We're like, you got to be careful out there, and you better be honest with me. Don't, if you're in trouble, I want to know. And then basically Uncle Ben told him, you better not tell anybody who you are anymore. Like, you better keep your identity secret now because you have a family to protect.
Jake is right. Yes, I do like that Black Cat is so hot it fried my computer. So yeah.
yeah.
Here's my thing. Now, I don't know what Peter and Black Cat's relationship is gonna be in this one, but if he calls up Mary Jane, be like, hey, Mary Jane, I ain't coming home no more. Have a nice life.
Yeah. I was gonna say, why are these assholes all mad at a hot ass Black Cat?
Right. What are you mad about? Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You want a dude as Black Cat? Is that what you want?
Yeah. Again, all these tough guys, these tough alpha males, whining like little bitches and shit.
Right. I feel like you should just be happy Black Cat in some version is here. That's it. So, oh man. All right. So that's it. So I'm gonna throw it back to you. So what you got?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do Black Panther versus Predator.
Yes. Eli's doing the Black Panther because I don't know what's gonna happen to my computer. So yeah.
Number 4. So this is the last issue.
Yes.
The final issue. So yes, Predator versus Black Panther. A Predator and his army has come to Wakanda to raid the Vibranium Mound so he can develop weapons to take over his planet. Yes, on the Predator's planet, there's all these different warring tribes and factions vying for control, and this Predator wants to use Vibranium to develop more technology and weapons to rule his planet. So he comes to Wakanda, and they shut down the place. They hack into the system. They, lock everybody in and out. Shuri gets locked out of the dome. We also learn that the dome has Predator technology.
We learned that last issue, yeah.
Yeah. And inside, they've been basically taking out T'Challa and the Dora Milaje and the War Dogs and all that. And they've reached the Vibranium Mound. And so this issue picks up, T'Challa and Okoye and a couple other War Dogs. They enter the mound. They do battle, a final showdown with the Predators. One of them War Dogs gets fucked up. He gets chopped.
Didn't he get shot by his own?
He gets he gets taken out by those Predator weapons with the lasers and shit.
Okay, cool. Because I thought the other War Dog shot him.
No, he got fucked up. He got fucked up. But yeah, they fight. They start whipping each other's ass. T'Challa actually beats that Predator up and sends him packing. Meanwhile, outside, Shuri's trying to get back into. She killed a Predator and took their tech. So she's got a helmet and a bunch of his weapons and shit. His armband, his little, the gauntlet, the Predator gauntlet and the claw. But also Falcon showed up because he happened to be in the area. He was fighting some shit with Captain America, and he just happened to be in the area. And he said, I'm gonna drop down, and so he picks up Okoye. Okoye ends up hacking into the security system and gets inside the dome just in time for the Predators to try to escape. So they jump into their ship and they're trying to leave, but Falcon flies Shuri up to the side of the ship, and she ends up planting the gauntlet with the self-destruct sequence on the ship. You know, that bomb that it has. And
Right.
so the Predator ship flies off into space and blows up. But before it blew up, it sent a signal back to the home world. So now the Predators on their home world now know that vibranium, they call it the God metal, that there's a whole planet with a big, huge supply of it, an abundant supply of vibranium, the God metal. And now the end for now. Will the Predators show back up and try to take it? We don't know.
It depends on how well this book sells.
Yeah.
That's what the
So
book
that's where it is. That's where the book ends. And next up, we have Spider-Man versus the Predator.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how that, because we saw Black Panther like take 3 of them out by himself. So what do you think Spider-Man's going to do?
Yeah. And remember Black Panther has the vibranium. So he has like his suit can defend against their weapons, which are made out of vibranium.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So yeah. And wasn't the one the leader like crippled or something? Yeah. He had like he was missing an arm or something. That's why he was like he needed more weapons or some shit.
Right.
So that's why I went
T'Challa fought the weaker brother first. So part 2, he's gonna fight the actually stronger brother.
Yeah, or the dad or whatever, because they're like their father was the king or some shit. So, yeah,
and he already has vibranium.
Yeah. So yeah, cool, like short and sweet. This was fine. You know, it was. I didn't hate this. It was fun. This was a fun read.
What's great to me about this book is the inconsistent art. That's what it was.
Yeah,
He's like in the same issue.
Yeah, it seemed like they had an artist for like the Predators, and then they had an artist for like Wakanda.
Yeah, it was too much tonal whiplash. Like the art, like if you want to use different artists, it's fine, but their styles were too different.
Yeah,
but not different enough to differentiate it. So
yeah, that is true.
So that's me. That's me.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. This was and it was sweet. It didn't draw out like it. They could have drug this out for a couple more issues and it got redundant. But no, it was just a summer blockbuster. It was just a quick campy action movie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was you want to see it gave us a lot of cool panels. T'Challa versus Predator. I've been posting them online. People like, ooh, where this from? Ooh, where this from? So there you go. So and that's what it's all about. Cool panels. But dudes fighting each other. So yeah. All right. So back on me.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna try. All right. So next book I'm going to do. Okay, Eli, are you ready to do manga?
What is it?
Yeah, we're gonna do manga.
Are we?
Yeah, we are the anime bullies now. We are the anime otakus. We're about to get into the shit. So yeah,
the
do. For those who know what we're talking about, we are talking about, and yes, this is a book that actually exists. A lot of people are actually debating whether or not this is even a real thing. Yes, Naruto versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a real thing. This is East meets West. American
IDW,
comics,
right?
IDW and Viz. It's a combination.
Okay.
Yeah, Viz Media. So this is actually it's written like an American comic, but it has some manga influences in there. This is a perfect blend of American and Japan. So let's see. We go now. Before we get into it, Eli, do you know much about Naruto?
I am aware of it as a concept.
Enough to start a conversation. Okay.
Yes, I believe it. Yeah, he's a ninja clan. I know he's a ninja. That's about.
Okay, and the Ninja Turtles are ninjas also. So
I do know that. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty well versed in ninja.
You're pretty well versed in that. Okay, so hold up before we get into that. Let's see what we got here. Von for L. What we got here? Can you read it, Eli? It's a little small for me.
He's got this one as well.
He got this news. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like I said, a lot of people are bootlegging this because that's what people do with manga nowadays. But let's just jump into it. Naruto versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Boom. Let's go to it. All right. So book starts off with not New York City, the Big Apple Village. It's a difference. So we're in the Naruto world, and they're being recruited, and they're being escorting April O'Neil. You see her? That's April O'Neil right there. And they're scooting her back to the Big Apple Village, her ninja village. So, yeah. And who's escorting her? So we got to do a roll call for those not familiar with Naruto, which is the other half of the world that won't listen to us. So you got, let's look at the cool dude right here. Little kid right there. That's Sasuke. Sasuke is the coolest dude in school. He is the top ninja in the school, the Hidden Village school. Best marks, best ninja.
The
The
dude with the
coolest
white
dude.
hair?
The dude, no, not the dude with the white hair. He's cool also. The dude with the black hair.
Oh, okay.
Sasuke Uchiha. Now, if you wonder, he's the coolest dude in the school right now. If you're wondering who is eventually going to be the main bad guy of the 10 franchise, take 3 guesses. So there you go. Let's talk about the cool dude with the white hair. That's Kakashi. That's the sensei. He's the leader of the, like, he leads them, but he's also their teacher also. So that's it. You got the girl right here that, well, not April, but the other girl. That's Sakura. Sakura is the angry one. She's the main one, and she also is madly in love with Sasuke. She has a crush on him, and everybody knows it except him, or he does know it and doesn't care because he's too cool. One of them. And the main character, Naruto. So if Sasuke is the number 1 ninja in the school, Naruto is the worst ninja in the school. Complete F's on everything. Hasn't passed a single ninja test. That's why they paired him together. They paired the worst with the best. He doesn't have any friends. Nobody likes him. He's kind of dumb. Matter of fact, he's not even paying attention to the mission right now because he's too busy looking at a turtle laying on his back. So that's what's going on right now. And that's when Kakashi tells him, leave that turtle alone, man. Respect nature. So what is the actual mission doing right now? So they're escorting April back to her village because she wants to talk to their Hokage. Their Hokage at this moment in this story is Lady Tsunade. Now, Lady Tsunade is actually an old lady, but she used like ninja magic to make herself look young, beautiful, and with big titties.
That's a gilf. A gilf.
Yeah, she's actually like really old, but you can't tell. So the thing is, April is here. She want to talk to her because she wanted to talk to somebody that knows stuff about like ninja magic, stuff like that. And back in her village, the top scientist in her village, Baxter Stockman. Now let's go back to this for a second. Now a lot of people got pissed off because they said it's woke because April O'Neil is black. Okay, Baxter Stockman is white.
Is he?
We should both be pissed about this.
What the fuck?
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
I'm outraged.
We should be outraged about that because Baxter Stockman is clearly a black man in the comics. But anyway,
what
I digress.
The fuck? And he's not a fly either. What the fuck?
Right. Representation.
Fuck this shit. Fuck
Point
this
is, shit. All right. So Baxter Stockman was stealing money from the university. That's why they fired him. Why did they fire him? Because he was using money for his own research because he was trying to create this compound called ooze that he was going to use to combine animals with ninjas to make an animal ninja army. So that's when Naruto is just like, a ninja army? That don't sound good because nobody knows that he has a hidden demon inside of him that's shaped like a nine-tailed fox. Yeah. And Sakura, remember this bad guy that's been chasing him called Orochimaru, who combined himself with snake venom and shit like that. In Star Wars terms, that's his Palpatine. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Leroy, did you crash? Because I was getting into this. I think Leroy crashed again. Okay. So I don't know. I didn't read this book. It looks cool. I love Ninja Turtles, but I'm not really familiar with Naruto. So I didn't read this. I don't know how it happens. It does sound cool. I would like to, hopefully when he comes back, he'll finish it. But since I'm up next, I read Daredevil number 15. I wasn't going to review it because not much happened, but since Leroy's indisposed of the moment, I'll go into it. So yeah, Daredevil number 15. This is the whole arc where Matt Murdock went to hell to free his friends, but then came back to life as a priest. And this whole arc, he's been sort of going fighting his sins that have taken in the form of his enemies, and that's what's been going on. But he basically stopped being a priest, and he's been going after some monster that's going around killing people and looking for one of the orphans from an orphanage. And that's kind of what's going on. And he's with Elektra. They're investigating these murders. Meanwhile, some enemy is, doing something. We're not sure what, but Daredevil goes back to the church where he was, working at, and talks to the father, and he has like it's Daredevil dealing with his faith, his loss of faith. He's losing faith in himself, but he gets a pep talk from the priest. Meanwhile, another murder happens, and Daredevil goes and investigates it. He consents something. He goes and chases it, and it's some weird monster ghost thing, and then he passes out, and then he wakes up. He doesn't know how he got there. He's back at his place. He's not in his Daredevil costume, but it's all sitting there clean. So he's like, how the fuck, what happened to that fight? Did I fight that monster? Did I win? What happened? And how the hell am I back at my place? All with my Daredevil, out of my Daredevil costume, and it's sitting there all folded up nice and neatly. So he doesn't know what happened. And then he gets a knock on the door, and it's a summons from Foggy's firm. Then he's been served. And that's where it ends. So again, not much happened. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I read it, but I wasn't going to review it. But since Leroy, who is now back,
I'm back. I'll listen to you. I'm sorry, y'all. I really apologize.
Yeah, I decided to just go ahead and review this. So yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Like I said, not much happened in this book, So, but
Okay.
but like I said, I was actually quite into your Naruto book.
Let me finish the Naruto, because this is like one of the biggest books this year. I'm really trying to finish this. Let me go. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Okay, boom, right where with Naruto. Okay, so we're gonna finish up where we stuff out. Like I said, she's trying to prevent a mutant ninja army start right there. They've had dealing with mutant ninjas in before. That's why she's in the mutant village right now. And that's when they said, you're going to hand over Miss O'Neill right now. And who is talking about hand over and over? Boom, the Foot Clan.
Okay.
The Foot Clan is trying to hand her over. They were like, we want her. And one of them is shaped has a fox, like a foxtail. And that's when the hidden demon inside of him is saying, that's not a real fox. Let me out and let me show them what a real fox is like. Because they can't let that demon out, because if they let that demon out, he's going to destroy the village again. That's why nobody likes Naruto right now, And she was like, concentrate, Naruto. We focusing right now, because they call themselves the Foot Clan. Let's show what the Foot Clan, how they feel about catching fists. And they go into the ninja pose and shit. Now they're ready to fight. But before they can do that, boom, they get taken out. By who? Take 3 guesses. Who booked this here? They get taken out by the ninja. So it's like, the Foot Clan like, oh shit, it's them.
Go,
and
ninja,
they're like, okay,
go, ninja, go. Yeah.
Right. So they're like, let's get the fuck out of here. We're not gonna fight them and them. No, we're gonna recruit. So they do some ninja smoke and get the fuck out of there, and that's it. And boom, this spirit. So like, what the fuck's going on here? And who shows up? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I'm not going to roll call of them. Just listen to the other.
They're wearing masks, though. That's pretty cool.
They're wearing Naruto, man. They're wearing masks that's in the Naruto universe. So basically, what they did, this isn't some like portal or anything like that. They're basically, what if they existed in this universe?
Okay.
So they're hiding their face, because if they show turtles, they're like, oh, what the fuck is this? We wearing this. They're just like regular people. He was like, my sons. And he was like, okay, give us April O'Neil. And they were like, hand her over right now before some shit go down. They're like, uh-oh. They're like, he's like a teenager, because they already threaten each other right now. So then Naruto's team is called.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, that's Splinter right there. So yeah, so you got Naruto. So they call themselves Team 7. This is Team 7, the Team 7 Ninja Village. They're like, nah, you're not getting it. You got to go through us. And April's like, wait, guys, I can explain. Or let this play out, and she pulls out a camera. She like, because she knows what's about to happen. So yeah, so she could stop it. She's not gonna stop it. So yeah, and that's when we go into it. Everybody fight, and Leonardo's is like, okay, give me the leader. So he goes at Sasuke, because Sasuke is a cool one. You're cool, so you must be the leader, And that's when Raphael's just like, damn, I wanted the cool one. I don't want to fight this girl. And she's throwing ninja stars at him, and since he's not even paying attention to her, she bam slashes the back of his shell. She's like, what the hell? You got armor on? You're like, something like that. And she's like, good. Well, I ain't got to hold back. Bam. And then she punches him, misses the punch, and smashes the boulder behind him. So she's the muscle of the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Raphael like, oh shit. And she's just like, you want to fight the cool one now? Now I'm gonna back this up, because I know actually people are gonna be after that. Yes, I understand Sakura didn't get a super strength, so she trained with Lady Tsunade and Shippuden. Shut the fuck up, nerd. Just enjoy some shit. It's a cool panel. Let it go. So yeah. So you got Sasuke and them tied up. So Naruto, the main character, is flanked by Michelangelo and Donatello. And Naruto is just like, oh, two of y'all gonna fight me? Cool, this is a fair fight. Now keep in mind, he's the worst ninja in the school. And they're looking at him like, is he serious? Like, he must want to get his ass whooped twice as bad, And he's like, no, y'all not gonna whoop my ass. Because I'm gonna whoop you and I'm gonna finish this mission because I promised my
your ass.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Your ass. Because he says, because I promised my village I'm gonna be strong enough to become the next Hokage. Databayo. And then he started doing them.
Oh shit! Come on, Leroy. Come on, Leroy. I'm getting into this. No. Oh man. No. Damn it. I'm getting into this. I might just read this. Fuck it. I'm gonna talk about Ninja Turtles and this book until Leroy gets back. Because I don't have my other book that I'm reading up yet. So fuck it. I've been digging these crossovers. Now I've read like the Batman Ninja Turtle crossovers, which were awesome. Also, if you guys haven't seen the animated movie Batman and Ninja Turtles, that's awesome. I watched that like almost like on the reg, like once a month almost. That's always on. Almost constant rotation. That's just one of my go-to flicks nowadays. Batman and Ninja Turtles animated show or movie. But no, I mean, back in the day, Ninja Turtles were created as sort of like a satire. I mean, they were like a sort of a satire of Daredevil. For those who don't know, supposedly the same ooze that gave Matt Murdock, Daredevil, his powers was the same ooze that mutated the Ninja Turtle, according to, the old Mirage Studio comics. But Ninja Turtles were crossing over back then. They crossed over with Cerebus, the Aardvark. They crossed over with Usagi Yojimbo, the samurai rabbit. So even from the get-go, Ninja Turtles have always been crossing over into other universes. And now with the IDW runs of Ninja Turtle comics, yeah, we've had Batman and Ninja Turtles. We've had Ninja Turtles and Street Fighter, which I also read, which was a lot of fun. What else did they do? Oh, they also did like Power Rangers and Godzilla. That first, I didn't read the second arc, but the first arc was a lot of fun. They've also had like Batman and was it Ninja Turtles and He-Man?
Okay.
Oh, you're back. Okay, I kept it on Ninja Turtles.
I'm sorry.
I kept it on Ninja Turtles. So
okay, you kept it. Okay,
and we're back with Leroy. I'm into this book, man. I might just start reading this.
I'm here. Let me do one thing. It won't let me do it, but that's okay. Let's just finish. Okay, I'm gonna finish off where I was. I'm sorry, y'all. We're trying. I'm like more than halfway through. Okay, but the point is, the most important part that I was trying to do, that's where it cut off at. All right, we still got y'all with me. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Yeah, here. Okay, hold on. Right there. Okay. All right. You see it? Okay. Let's go to it. All right. So where we finish off with the book like that. Okay. So like I said, he says, I'm going to be the greatest ninja in the world. Databayo, because the Hokage is the main dude. So then he started doing this stuff. And then he says, Kakeboshin no Jitsu. So that, for those that know Naruto, that's his special go-to move. When you're ready to whoop your ass, that's what he does. So what is his special ninja power that he has? He turns into, well, you know what it is, shadow clones. He creates shadow clones of himself, and they can create shadow clones of themselves, and they create shadow clones of themselves. So even though he can't fight worth a damn, it don't matter if he overpowers you. So, and then all of a sudden they're like, where the fuck do all these people come from? And it's just him, and they're trying to fight him off. And Mike's like, I can take you guys, but it's too many of y'all, because eventually he's going to overwhelm them. That's how he beats people all the time, even though he can't really do anything. And basically, Mike is just asking him, like, okay, Donatello, give me a fight assessment. What's going on? Because even though he's not a tech genius in this universe, he's a fighting genius in this universe. Like, he can analyze shit. He can spot people's weaknesses.
Oh, so this is like a Leroy Jenkins moment.
Basically, yeah. So he's just rushing everybody right
what's
now.
The percentage?
Right.
The percentage?
And breaking shit down. And then you got Kakashi and Splinter going against each other. Okay. And Kakashi just like, hold up, your fighting style looks familiar, but something is off. And that's when Splinter's just like, oh, let me guess. And then he got this electricity at the bottom of his cane, bam, smashed the ground. So do the turtles have powers in this universe? Maybe, to keep up with what's going on. Yeah. So then you got Sasuke, and Leonardo is on his ass. And Leonardo, bam, he gets so close to him, he cuts off a piece of his perfect hair. You know. And that's when Raphael is fighting old girl. He's like, okay, you're stronger than I thought. That's cute. But you need more than strength in this ninja world. And that's when Raphael punches at her, misses, but smashes the boulder behind her. So they're matching strength for strength right now. So yeah, and that's when they realize, okay, and then that's when Donatello's are like, okay, these guys have a fighting pattern to them. I'm seeing how they're fighting because even though they're clones, they're still fighting like him. So Michelangelo, when one of them gets close to you, just act like a turtle. Like, I know what you mean. So that's when Michelangelo, like Naruto teleports behind him. He like, oh shit, punches him, and Michelangelo head disappears to his shell. He's like, what the fuck?
Like in the movie.
Like in the movie. And Naruto's like, wait, did I punch his head off? I ain't hit him that hard, did I? And then that's when Donatello smacks the shit out of him. And that was Naruto Prime. So since you knocked him out, the rest of them just disappeared. You know, they're like, ah, shit. So, and the thing is, April can't get footage because they're moving so fast, they can't capture on film. And that's when Team 7 shows up. They're like, okay. And Turtles show up and they realize it's a stalemate. They're going back and forth at each other. And that's when Splinter's just like, okay, everybody calm down, chill. This ain't going to get us nowhere. And that's when we need to find out what's going on. And they realize, and that's when, okay, so Kakashi is not a one-eyed ninja. He has an eye called the Shirdigan, which actually sees through all illusions, all disguise, stuff like that. And once he pulls it up, he telekinetically snatches off all of their masks. So now he knows that they're turtles. And what does he say? Nice to see you again, Hamato Ryoshi. To be continued. Shit. They have history. Shit. Yeah. What's the history? We don't know.
Damn.
We're gonna, yeah. So
that's pretty cool, man.
This is pretty cool. Like I said, not just that, but the art direction they're using on it. This is, you can tell this is, they're using manga art direction style. They may have gotten like a manga artist on this to see what's going on with this one. But I'm digging this story. It's basically, this is the best way you can tell this type of story. You know, yeah. Don't try to say they went into a time portal or they jumped into Earth 2 or some shit like that. No, just make it so they just always existed.
Yeah. That's pretty much the other crossovers. Yeah. Ninja Turtles did a portal into Gotham.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
So no portal. And you don't really need to know too much about Naruto. Like, it's a whole bunch of Naruto lore and shit like that, but you don't need to know that. You just need to know the basic shit, you know. Mm-hmm. And Turtles, everybody knows Turtles. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure the more we go into the book, the deeper it's going to get into both of their lores, you know, and we're just going to see where it goes. But overall, I'm going to give this book a 4.5 out of 5. The reason I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 because other than that last panel, there wasn't that one panel that just went viral, that just stuck out from you. But as far as this book, yeah, it does everything you want it to do. It's bringing people back to comics. They're like, I got to get this book. I got to see what this book is get. I got to bootleg this book, download this book. I got to find out what this book is going on. And it's creating a lot of talking points that we haven't really seen in comics for a while.
And that's always a good thing.
Yeah, and I'm hoping when this experiment, this is definitely an experiment. I'm hoping that manga learns something from American comics, and American comics definitely learn something from manga because this art is kicking ass. Yeah. Find out what they're doing.
So. Well, that's just what they do.
Right.
Like everybody, comics is just a huge part of their culture.
Right.
So why are we not reading manga? Why are we not reading?
Do you know how many people ask us that? Oh, you got a comic book podcast? Have you read Doopy Doopy Shoopu? Like, no, I ain't read that shit, man.
No, but I do prefer manga to anime because I think I can get through it faster. Like I read Attack on Titan manga, at least for that first season. Like I read that and I never finished like the first season. And I felt like I got through that like in a couple days.
Yeah, they're pretty. Manga's pretty easy to read. It isn't like they don't wax protocol go these philosophical, stories like comics do. They pretty much just get in and get out.
Yeah, I've read Blade and the Immortal. I still haven't seen the movie though, but the comic was dope. Shit, or the manga, So
yeah. Shoot. Anything else we got? Or
well, I had one more book. I got The Moon is Following Us, number 3.
You haven't done it yet? No. Go ahead and knock that out.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Daniel Warren Johnson and Riley Riley Rossmo. I thought they were co-writing it together.
Wait, Batman and yes, there's a cartoon
yes,
out right now about that.
Yes, there's
comic
been several.
also, but yeah.
Yeah, there's been several comic arcs written by James Tynion. You know, and then there's the
Batman writer. So yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the animated movie, which I love. Like I was telling him, I watch it all the time. I own it. And that's
one of their best ones. Like
yeah.
one of the best Batman cartoons.
Yeah, it's just a blast. Yeah.
So
yeah, the moon is following us. Number 3. This is another Daniel Warren Johnson book. I'm a big fan of his. He's doing the Transformers and stuff. But anyway, this is another one of his stories. This is number 3. So basically, this is about a little girl who's in a coma. She won't wake up, and her parents find out that that she's living in some fantasy world. So some like wizard comes and shows up and says, "I know how to save your daughter. I know how to get her to wake up. You have to come with me." And he's got like these virtual reality, devices that allows her parents to enter her mind, enter her dream world. So they go into her dream world, and it's like this fantasy realm. All her toys and dolls and stuffed animals and teddy bears, they're all like characters in this dream realm. And basically, she's been kidnapped and taken to this this evil lair, run by this like overlord named Cascade. Like, this overlord in armor and shit, like a Darth Vader, villain. And the parents and all her toys who are like her teddy bear is like this big muscle dude. Her favorite frog animal is like a general. So yeah, it's kind of an amalgam of all these like fantasy, sci-fi, children's story tropes. Kind of reminds me of a Sucker Punch in a way.
okay.
All just like a mishmash.
It's all in their head and
just a mishmash of all these different genres. And so yeah, that's what they've been doing. The parents are trying to, fight in this realm, this fantasy in her head, this dream world, and try to find her. And so in this issue, they get a location. They know where she's at. They go and sneak into the castle, the evil castle, to get her out. They find her, and she's like in this cell, looks like a merry-go-round. She's in a cell. And they grab her, but then the evil overlord shows up with his army, and then they start fighting. They start battling. Oh, and something I forgot to mention. In the beginning of this issue, the first few pages, the mother is mourning. Either is she in a coma, basically her mom. So the grandmother, the little girl's grandmother was in a coma, and her mom was like at her bedside. It was a flashback at the very beginning of this issue. So the mother was mourning or waiting for, I hope you please wake up. So the grandmother was in a coma at some point. That was a flashback. Anyways, back to the battle. They're fighting, they're in the castle. They found the girl. They're trying to get her out of there. There's a big battle going on. The mother starts fighting like the warlord leader. They're dueling, they're battling. The mother ends up knocking off the helmet of the warlord, and it is revealed to be the grandmother.
The grandmother's the warlord. Okay.
The grandmother's the warlord. The grandmother who was in a coma in the flashback at the beginning is the warlord in the little girl's dream.
Plot twist. Okay.
Yes. So the mother's like, "Mom, what are you doing here?" And she's like, "I'm trying to save her. Please just let her sleep." And boom, it ends right there. So another big twist. Like I said, Daniel Warren Johnson, man, he knows how to get to the emotional core of a story. So yeah, this is cool. This is like now we're in it. Now it's like, oh shit, this is the big oh shit moment. And yeah, this is another banger from Daniel Warren Johnson and crew. So yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I think we only got 2 more issues for this.
Oh, it's a limited series? Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. On to the next. Oh, you can do Black Lightning? I did read it.
What, you read it?
I did read it. Yeah, I said I was going to read it. So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I didn't think you were reading. Okay. So Von 4L, shout out to Von 4L. We're gonna try it again. We're gonna try it. I think I'm not gonna say that. As soon as you say that, that's when shit goes to shit. So yeah, we're just gonna go to it. So we're gonna do Blacklight #1. This did come out last week. We had technical difficulties again last week, but we're gonna try it again this week. So, like I said, last week we talked about. Let me get me out of here. Boom. We talked about that there's this myth that there's so many there's not enough electric black superheroes. Meanwhile, this book has 3 electric black superheroes.
Either all got. I think all the black people got electric.
I don't know why they do that. That is a thing. They just like to. Even if there's a white electric superhero, they're gonna change them to Jamie Foxx. In Electro. So.
Oh yeah, that is so fun. That just dawned on me. They got Jamie Foxx to play Electro. Oh no! Come on, Leroy. Did I just cut you off? Okay. Well, I did read this, but since I'm not well versed in Black Lightning, I'm not too familiar with the story. But obviously, this takes place after the Absolute Power run, because they refer to Waller, how she basically took away everybody's superpowers and banned all superheroes and were trying to take over the world and shit. They refer to that. So that's about all I know. I'm not too familiar with Black Lightning. But I'm going to go to the chat. And because I'm on my phone, I can't bring up any comments, but I can read them. Okay, Kid Venom is manga as well. I've heard that, Von 4L. I've heard that Kid Venom has a manga style. Jake. Yeah, anime. Yeah, everyone says we should cover anime. There's just so many of them, and I rarely finish them. The last anime I watched was that Demon Hunter or Demon Slayer. It was when I had COVID. So that was years ago. I had COVID. I was stuck in the house, and I watched Demon Slayer, like that first season. I did get into it. I did enjoy it for what it was. I think there's a new season, maybe, or 2. I don't know how far they've gotten along, but I did watch that first season. I did enjoy it. My thing with anime is it's very, like, it can get a little silly. Like, it's got all these, like, cute characters that are, they're all cutesy and woofy, but then it's extremely violent. And they're kind of, oh yeah, Leroy, okay, good. I was talking about how much I'm not into anime.
Okay. Even though that's what everybody loves, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, we were into anime. What was the cutoff point? 1997?
Something like that. Yeah, Ninja Scroll was like my
Ninja Scroll. So anything
and
before
Cowboy
97,
Bebop. That's about it. Yeah.
I think Cowboy Bebop 97. So anything before 97, we're into. After that, we stopped fucking with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the reason I'm into Naruto, because that was like the last anime I got into, and I was like, really, but I didn't even finish that.
I watched a little bit of. I did get into Inuyasha on Adult Swim for a while, but that was about it.
Okay. All right. Oh,
you better go. Let's do it. Go.
Okay. I thought you was already doing it. Okay.
No, man, I don't know Black Lightning like that. So.
Okay. All right. Let's just jump into it. Okay, we're doing Black Lightning. Let's see. Oh, boom. Hold on. All right. So, fix this again. All right. So, like I said, we got 3 superheroes. Now, if you don't know about Black Lightning, if you didn't see the CW show, he's got 2 daughters, Thunder and Lightning. That's their names. So, let's get to it. All right. So, the book starts off with okay, so the book starts off with that whole, what was that thing?
Absolute Power.
Absolute Power. It was absolute.
Yeah,
the whole Absolute Power
actually,
thing.
that's the only thing I said about this that I didn't know.
Yes. So for those who know about the Absolute Power thing, Amanda Waller had enough of superheroes that she sent Amazo robots after all the superheroes to steal all their powers. And of course, they got Black Lightning. Also, they didn't only get Black Lightning, they also got his daughters. They took their powers too. And he's still having PTSD of watching them falling. So he still had this image of his daughters falling powerless. They didn't die, they survived, and they eventually got their powers back. But, well, actually, one of them got their powers back, the other one didn't. And he's still freaking out anytime he thinks about it. And he really don't want his daughters, doing that. But he says that, okay, now, backstory on what's going on. Oh, this is Lynn Stewart, his ex-wife, supposedly that's supposed to be Jon Stewart's sister, so it's supposed to be him and Jon Stewart will be brother-in-laws, but they never confirmed that. But in anything other than comics, they confirmed that. Not getting into it, but yeah. And they even hinted at on the CW show. But yes, the point is, he's on a mission with the Justice League because after the whole absolute power thing, now you got all these superheroes, so everybody get their powers back, or you got metahumans getting powers out of nowhere. So he's going around getting any metahumans that activate their powers at one time. So he tells his daughter Lightning, meet me at the spot we're supposed to be at. And boom, they go there and they play around, they race stuff like that, and they go to apparently the powers activated at his high school, Garfield High. Now, for those who know about Black Lightning, he is a either teacher, principal, can't remember, something like that. And he actually lives in Metropolis. And they live in a subdivision called Suicide Slum, which they don't call it anymore. That's what they used to call it. Yeah. And this kid, his powers are getting activated, stuff like that. And they pulling guns on him and shit like that. And that's when Black Lightning shows up. People like, now we're going to protect this kid. Takes the kid back to the Watchtower. So take the kid back to the Watchtower and they talk to all the superheroes and shit like that. And everybody's cool like that. And he go talk to the Atom. And they put him in like some kind of bubble, stuff like that. And basically tell him, we're going to teach you how to use your powers. And when you learn how to use your powers correctly, we'll put you back to society. But until then, we got to leave you here because you may be dangerous. And then that's when he gets a phone call and Thunder gets Lightning. Lightning gets a phone call that she takes, and it is her sister. Her sister's powerless. She's in New Orleans, so she can't do shit. She just and she's walking around just doing shit, and they're having a conversation. This family hasn't seen her since she lost her powers. Meanwhile, Black Lightning's talking to the man upstairs. Who's the man upstairs? Superman. That's what the book calls him, not me. Yeah. So yeah, he's basically telling me you're doing good work and keep it up, and it's basically a really pointless cameo. Yeah. So they get a news that another metahuman powers is activating in Metropolis, also on steel trains. So like I said, John Henry Irons and Steel got a whole bunch of equity in Metropolis, and he run the train service. So they're trying to capture this metahuman, and they get there. Black Knight uses powers to like cut off the power from the train to stop it from going, and the metahuman's still freaking out, and she can't say anything, and she like jumps off the edge. Lightning tries to grab her, can't grab her, and she freaks out, powers freaks out, and it knocks her off anyway. And Black Lightning starts having a flashback again of his daughters, falling again. So he catches, Lightning. He was like, you stay there. I'm gonna go get the other one. And catches he caught the other one, catches Lightning and hits the ground, but he got like electromagnetic shield shit, whatever, So he sees what's going on with the other metahuman, and the other metahuman is his other daughter, Thunder. Her powers reactivate again, but they're different powers. The end.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this was not a very good book, to be honest with you. I'm sorry, Vaughn, I know you want us to talk about it, but it really wasn't that good. The art was pretty good, but the storyline, like, what the fuck? I don't really care about him doing shit for the Atom. I want to know what he's doing in the hood. Like Black Lightning, that's what we read Black Lightning comics for. When he gets all space shit and Justice League shit like that, it's kind of, I don't know. It's not the book. That's me. Maybe to do better in the next issue, but I don't know. So
what you're saying is kind of like how I prefer my Batman. I don't give a shit when he's with the Justice League.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if they show, because this Superman cameo was completely pointless. He just shows up, shakes Superman's hand, and that's it. That's it. Now, if I want to recommend some good Black Lightning comics, those first Tony Isabella books from the 70s, that was actually a good run. You had the League of Assassins showing up and shit. They were going through his high school and shit. That book was crazy. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna give this book a 3 out of 5, strictly for the art. That's it.
Yeah, the art was cool.
Yeah. So hold up, let me see Vaughn for real. I'm sorry, Vaughn. I wish this book was better, but it was a working process. Yeah. And now another Black Lightning book, Batman and the Outsiders, the one from 2020. That was going to also, they say Batman Outside, but it's really a Black Lightning book. And he was like all the kids that Batman didn't want to fuck with, like what's that? Name one of them. Spotlight, what's his name?
Oh shit, I don't remember, man.
One of the ones that he don't give a shit about. The Black Robin with the yellow and shit.
Oh,
Signal.
Duke?
Signal, yeah. Him,
Duke? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The other ones, he gave them black light. You train them. I go to other shit. And that was the book. That was it. So yeah. But anything else you got or?
Nah, I'm booked out, man. I filibustered as best as I could, man.
I'm sorry, y'all. We haven't taken the gift code. I'm going to figure some shit out or just get a new computer. I'm trying to hold out for 2025 as long as I can.
I'd say I'd do this for my laptop, but my laptop probably do the same shit.
Yeah.
Because I was always getting kicked off on my laptop. That's why I'm using my phone now.
Right. I want to, but I can't do the books. That's the only reason I can't do it. But I have my eye on another computer and I'm looking at it. You got Black Friday deals. I'm gonna let you know what it's going to go. I may just buy it anyway to do a test run. I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes. So yeah.
Hey, there you go. And then take it back.
And then take it back. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Shoot. But I'll tell you, we'll come back with it next week. We'll do something else. We'll do some more books and see what's going on. Maybe we'll watch another movie or something like that. I don't know. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel. Hold up. I'm going to see what Von for. I'm going to get you in there before we get out of here. Good stream. Actually, it was a terrible stream.
Thanks for listening, though, man.
Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.